um, the cheesy toy reviewer. Hope you're doing fantastic, and I hope life is treating you good. I got something pretty cool to show you tonight. Pretty excited about it. You know, if there's any advice I can give to anyone who's interested into collecting, restoring, or whatever the case may be, when it comes to like old vintage toys, the one thing I can say is always keep your eyes open because you never know what you're going to find. And I found this little gem at a pawn shop, and I managed to. What I found was a pre-war Lionel train set, and these are really popular throughout the 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. I think at the 90s, starting to dwindle down a little bit, but it's still pretty popular. I don't know how it is today, though, as far as for um, toy train enthusiasts goes. But I found this neat little piece at a pawn shop. And he initially wanted $100, and it came with two cars, the locomotive, the tender, and some tracks. And I knew right away I got a deal on the thing. You have to forgive me. I got a bit of a stuffy nose. So if I sound a little off, I apologize. But I figured I should throw up this review before it goes out because it's already sold. The whole thing's already sold. And it's got to get shipped out. So I wanted to get this up and show you guys exactly what I'm talking about. And you got to appreciate the toys that were made back in the day. I'm not even talking like 80s, even 70s for that matter. But really, like all those old toys from like say like the 50s and 40s where they really made the toys out of metal. And they were made to last. These suckers were made to last. And even to this day, they stand their ground. And you can buy these trains, and they run just as good as when you first got them, if you know what you're doing. So now the train I picked up, it does need a little TLC. TLC, I'm not experienced to give it, so I'm not going to mess with it. I sold it to a collector who knows what they're doing with it, and they're going to, I would assume, get it in tip-top shape running. But the first piece I wanted to show you was part of the train track. Now this sucker's long. This sucker's at least 2 feet long, so I'm not going to be able to get the whole thing in one shot. But I'm going to show you just so you get an idea here. Like you're going to start seeing it come to your screen. This is the train track. Look at this. Keeps going and going and going and going and going and going and going. Big piece of train track. Right there. Now, these are, this is a 3-rail train track. They have 2-rail train track. This is 3-rail train track, and this is, if I'm not mistaken, primarily used like on O gauge and S gauge trains. For those that don't know, there are different gauges of trains. There's a hoe scale, and there's a few other, I don't know the name of all of them, but this is old track. This is also pre-war. And when I say pre-war, I'm talking pre-World War II. So this stuff is from the late 30s, right here. This piece of train track. As you can see, they have like little wooden pieces underneath. And you got the train, the 3 rails where the train goes on right here. And this came with it, and I have about, let me take a guess, I'd say at least 20 pieces of it. I don't know what I'm going to do with this stuff yet. This stuff I do not know what I'm going to do with. I'm going to try to sell it. But I just don't know where to start with this. It needs some cleanup. Like if you see right here. Look at that. That's all grime and dirt built up over years of play. And I'm not sure. It looks like someone took some spray paint. And I think I could get that off. Pretty sure I could get that off with some nail polish remover. But But if you look here, this track has got some grime and dirt to it. Right there. Look at that. That's rust damage right there. I have stuff that will take that off, but it's vile stuff. And I can't do that on a video because in order to do the video, I have to have more of a closed-in session. And to use the rust remover, I really need open air. So I don't feel like dying to make a video getting rust off train track. Alright, so let's move on to this piece first. And this is really just more of a junk piece that came with it. This isn't even part of the set. This is a typical hose scale car. And I'll show you the difference between hose scale and O gauge. And you'll see the difference right away. So you got, and this is made by Hawthorne Village. They do a lot of things. You make, do you ever see like those, if you ever go to the store, the Christmas villages you could buy? For your house for decoration pieces. They also do things like little toys like this. I will say it's a pretty well-made car. It's nice. It's well-made. It's not a piece of junk. In fact, I believe that's metal. And it's nice. But it's not nearly as quality as, like, let's say if you're buying Lionel or American Flyer or, Aethern, even Aethern. I'd have to say probably puts out a more quality piece than this. This doesn't even pivot, I don't believe. Yeah, that doesn't even pivot. And you think that they make that to turn, but it doesn't. And really, and you see, this doesn't even fit on it. See the wheels? The wheels don't connect. Right there. But that was one of the pieces that came with it. And really, I'm not expecting much from that, if anything at all. The next piece I'm going to show you is a tin-plated passenger car. Now, over the years, Lionel and many other toy train company makers would move to metal box cars, passenger cars, so on and so forth. This is also pre-war. I want to say it dates to 1936, 1937. So this sucker's old. This sucker is old. And it does have some minor damages. See right there. And you take a look. You got some paint missing, little scratches and nicks. But all in all, just a really nice paint job. And it's a throwback to tin toys, really, if you think about it. Those are very popular as well. I don't really delve much into those. This is the identification number for like markings. Like, so if you ever see the stuff and you want to look it up to know what you're looking at, just type in Lionel 1690, for example, and it'll pull this up, or whatever you may be looking up. But if you look, it's all around, metal all around. The wheels are in somewhat decent shape for its age. Right there. So, and this is where it hooks. Right there. See? Like that. Now let's see if I can see like that. Look at that. That's what I'm talking about. So you have all three rails. See how it rolls? Look at that. Rolls nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Not to be outdone is a more, what I think would be a nicer passenger car. And you may be saying, well, they kind of look alike, and they do. Difference being this. This is the end of it. Like, do you ever see movies where this would be the last car on the train, for example. Here. Ooh, sorry, little guy. And these guys have homes already. Much like the other one. And see, 1691. And I believe there's a third one it comes with. I don't have the third one, but this is one. See, that's 1690 right there. This is 1691, and then you'd have 1692, if I'm not mistaken. And let's see if I can figure this out. I never really muck around with these too much, just because So I think, if I'm not mistaken, this will go like this. And this will go like this. And then you drop it like that. Okay. So, perfect. So now we have our two passenger cars cruising along on its three-rail track. And you're saying to yourself, well, geez, how are these passenger cars going to move all by themselves without a locomotive? And that's a very good point. But before we get to that, we're going to build to that. We're going to mosey these passenger cars out of here. What's up, man? Thank you for popping in. Yes, these are pre-war, my friend. These are from 1936. These are tin-plated passenger cars, and they're beauts. And I gotta tell you, if I was a train enthusiast, I'd be thrilled, and I'd probably want to keep these. But they found homes, better homes than I could give them. And see this right here? See the... Yep, it's pre-war stuff. And see this track right here? This is also from the late 30s. Right here. Lionel train track. They don't make it like this anymore. That is for darn sure. Now, next piece I'm going to show is the tender. And you might be thinking to yourself, hold on a second. Yeah. You might, if you don't know, you might be thinking to yourself, what's a tender? A tender is kind of like a coal car. So if you ever see those old trains where the conductor's shoveling coal into the car, this is where they would get the coal from. Now, if there's any train people that happen to be watching this, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm almost positive I'm right on this. And again, all metal. Just a beautiful piece. And someone may be saying, well, I see a lot of paint missing and nicks and scratches. Well, yes, this was played with. During the time period when these came out, people weren't buying these to collect these as collector's items. Kids would get these for Christmas, and they would play with them. Imagine that concept. Playing with the toys you get for Christmas, and not keeping them in a box. So yes, these toys have a story to tell. And these always make the most interesting toys because some kid probably spent hours with this. Just using his imagination, opening up a whole new world. And just with the power of the imagination and some quality made toys, wonders were to be had. I wonder, who knows, maybe the guy that had this wound up becoming a train conductor. We're going to hook this up again, just like we did before. So we're going to lift this. See, alright, let's see. Let's see, you're going to lift these two pieces here. Like that. And there you go. See, there we go. Connected. Yep, that's how it is, man. That's just how it is. So, now, we have, right now, as of now, so far, and look at this. Rolls perfectly on the track. Oh, yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Toys that are made today, they're nice. I'm not going to say they're crap or anything, but it just seems like no one really plays with them anymore. It's like, they just want to pop them up and on eBay, make a quick buck off them instead of whatever. And you get a lot of price gouging and so on and so forth, and it just, I don't like it. So we have here, so far, I've shown you one passenger car here, another one right there, and the tender. Now the only thing missing is the big boy. the toy that got it all running. And that is the Locomotive. This is from 1936, right here. Look at the little Lionel symbol right there. It's missing, I believe, the light that's in the front there. This is from 1936. The style ran only 2 years, 36 and 37, and I believe the second year in 37 it was a different color. This side's a little nicer, sorry, up there. And it has its identifying number on there, 168, 9E, Lionel. Oh, I don't blame you on that. Oh, look at that. And the wheel fell off on that one. And I knew about that, so don't worry. There was no snafu or awful thing that happened. I knew that was loose. So, and if you look right here, on the old Lionel trains, they always have that stamp on there. Made in the United States of America, Lionel Jr., that this is the name, or whatever model of the train. Locomotive, and it has there the Lionel Corporation, New York. The wheels on this run pretty smoothly, like if you look right there. So these wheels aren't bloated or anything. There's some minor corrosion on them. And if you look at these wheels, there's some crumbling. So these wheels do have some issues right here. These wheels right there. But all in all, it's a pretty nice. It's in pretty nice shape, all considering. I don't know what this is for. I have no idea what that's for. I should look it up one day. And this piece is simple. You just put this iron right here. I'll show you in a second. See that little slot? You line it up with that. And then you push that up like that, and you have your train. And of course, this is hooked up electronically. So if I had the electric box and all that stuff, I could actually run it if I wanted to, if it was in good condition. But I believe it runs off AC power, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me, please. But I sold this guy right off the rip. I paid $100 for the set. I got $80 for him right off the rip. And that was a friend price, too. I gave him friend price. I probably could have gotten at least another $40 for it, even in this shape. And he's going to, but I know he's going to give it a good home. He's going to take it. He's going to do something with that paint. He's going to fix these wheels on the bottom. Just really put new pieces on here. And it's going to a good home, and that makes me more happy than anything else. So, and usually, I'm going to hook this. Usually when you buy the locomotives, it comes with a tender right there. This would be a set. So if you brought this brand new, this would come as a set. And I have one last piece to show you, and this piece is really, really cool. Out of all of it, I think it's my favorite piece. Well, let's get these unhooked right here. And these are up on eBay. And right now, I have a lot of watchers on these, and right now, I got them a couple bids for the pair, $20, but I would expect these to at least go for 50 to 60 for the pair. And if you include the train track, I really scored pretty big. So I got this right here, this right there, and the 2 boxcars. And this is my favorite boxcar, passenger car out of all of them. Sorry, not boxcar, passenger car. I got the 2 passenger cars and one last piece, all for $80. And I'm about to show that to you. But first things first, I got to put these back in the box. And I appreciate everyone who's taken the time, especially you all. You've always been supportive, to pop in and showing me some love. Means a lot to me. I know I don't really stream video games anymore. I don't really miss it all that much, to be honest with you. But I am enjoying doing this, and the fact that you're, popping in and showing love means a lot to me. So the last piece here. This piece is neat. This is a neat piece. And this is the Lionel dispatching board. This is not pre-war. This is from the 50s. I'm going to say late 50s, 56, 57. And this was a light-up piece. So you have the nice artwork of the advertisement on there. And of course, quality made. Like I said, toys back then were made much better than they are now. And it has a little clock up here, right here. And this would be the announcement boards. And you'd say, why would you need an announcement board on a piece like this? Well, because if you flip it around, I may be able, you may see Peppa Pig again soon via mobile. If you updated the latest version of Twitch, you'll see you can stream mobile games now. So we'll see. And I do have Dead by Daylight on my phone. So look at this. This is the back, and this is the dispatching board here. Now, this is the little guy here. This is, I guess, I don't know, he'd be the train conductor guy. And he would move back and forth like this. He's not hooked up. It's not hooked up. So you'd hook the wires up to here, like that. So I'm not going to mess around with this by pushing it or trying to force anything. But he moves on his own. And you could see it has incoming train, rail chief, arrives 9 a.m., departs 9:05, what's that say, 9:05? 9:05 a.m. on track 1. That was the last time this was used. But it's in real nice shape. And this all day is a C note right here. Just this piece alone. Just this piece alone is a C note. And as I said, I paid $100 for the entire set. So as it stands now, I have $80 on the Locomotive, $40 on the $20 on the 2 passenger cars, and I expect those to go up. And this guy's already got a bid on for $40 right here. Now this kind of bums me out that this is right here. And I could try to pop that out and fix it, but I'm not going to mess with it. I'm going to let someone who is experienced with this sort of stuff handle it. And it's a beautiful piece as is. It really is. And it was a nice little snag. And that's why when I said at the beginning of the video, keep your eyes open. You never know what you're going to find, whether it's at a tag sale or a flea market, at a pawn shop, a thrift shop, Goodwill. If you kind of have an idea of what you're looking for, you can really make some sweet little snags. I'll keep you updated on that. I'll let you know. I don't know the whens, whys, and wheres just yet, so, but I'll let you know, man. So if you really are into this stuff, you really have to put in the time, love, and effort for it. You can't half-ass it, and you got to learn. You got to be willing to learn. I learn on the fly. I learned this train stuff. Well, I kind of knew about this train stuff for a while because I used to sell them. But I'm always learning. And that's how I recently learned about like the pre-war trains. And I mean, there's deals to be had out there. And whether it's for yourself, for your own personal collection, or if it's for the purpose of reselling to make a few bucks, it's out there to be had. Oh, thanks, man. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that, bro. I really do. It means a lot to me. Much love to you. And I do pop in to try to catch you here and there. And when I do, I always stop in and say hello. Let's see. I think that's about it. My next stream is going to be. I'm going to be trying a new technique. As some of you may know, I've been working on trying to get scratches out of my G1 Megatron, the one I just dechromed. And I've been using an eraser, and it has been somewhat successful. It's a very slow process. I'm going to be trying a new technique I read about using a 4-in-1 nail buffer and some turtle wax. And this poor guy, he's been the test subject of a couple experiments. You may notice his legs. Let's see. His leg right there. His legs are missing chrome. Well, he used to have chrome. I dechromed him to experiment on him. And he's not too happy with me. His stickers are shot and his Decepticon rub logo is gone. And he's not happy with me. He's not going to be happy with me in the next video too, because I'm going to be putting scratches in him and trying this new method out on this guy before I touch my Megatron. You fucker suck! I know I suck. I apologize, Scrapper. I think... What's his head not going down? Anyways, whatever. It's not that important. I have the figures I can't sell, like this guy. And this guy, Kickback, another G1 Transformer. They become my test subjects and what I want to experiment on. See, if you're not sure what to do and you go online and you read YouTube forums or go on YouTube videos and see the hows and whys and who's and what's and where's and what to do, that's nice and all. It really is, but before you do that, practice on little dummy pieces like this. And this guy who's about to be scratched the heck up pretty soon. And I'm going to see if I can buff those scratches out with a 4-in-1 nail buffer and some turtle wax. I think that's going to do it though for this video. I appreciate everyone who's taken the time to check me out. Thank you all as always. Much love to you and your family. And I guess the rest of you have a wonderful, wonderful night. I hope you enjoyed what I showed you. I enjoyed sharing it with you. And I look forward to showing you my future treasures that I find and projects I work on. And I will be definitely keeping you updated on that. And on that note, I'm going to wish you all a blessed, blessed night. Take care of yourself. And remember, if you ain't having fun, why the heck you doing it? Take care, everybody. Oh, make sure to check out Alt BLT90. Very talented streamer. Forgot to throw him a shout out. Sorry about that. Very talented. Worth watching. And he's very entertaining. But much love to you all. Much love to you all. And take care, everybody. Take care.